How about that? How about that? How about that? Everything we talk about, ill intent, violence, physicality, execution, the will to win. Just win, baby.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, nation? Ralf in the building, and welcome to a wake-up edition of Straight Outta Nation. No Chargers, no Chiefs, no Broncos, just Raiders, baby. And please do not forget. Don't forget to subscribe to Capitán Rafucho on his YouTube channel. Also, you can follow me on the social media at Instagram, Rumble, TikTok. I'm on everywhere because we can brought you the great information, like just like an inside of what happens to the Raiders, because it's just like a podcast with 100% Raiders attitude. We can bring the thunder, we can bring the news, we can bring like some special guests that I'm cooking in there right now. So yes, in this edition, in this wake up edition, we can talk about a little review of Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams in a disastrous performance, and of course, winners and the losers of that game. Getting ahead to a special episode that I'm going to bring you out, because there's one special episode that I'm going to bring you out later, because I'm not going to get into details, because I'm going to bring you like a great surprise. So the first topic we're going to be the winners and the losers of that game. So the first and foremost, the winners and the losers. Winner is the tight end Brock Bowers, because he know how to figure it out to play the starting role on the defense and the offense after the Raiders traded wide receiver Devontae Adams to the Jets. And Bowers just got delivered. He caught 10 of his 14 targets by 93 yards and had good moments as a blocker as well. His 25 yards catch it later on to Las Vegas field goal to a 3-0 lead. He just set up the mark for the most receptions by a tight end in the history. And I'm telling you, because he was like destroying after Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, also Sam Laporta. But that season hasn't been gone for as the Raiders plan, because he just set the mark for the most receptions by a tight end go to his first 7 games, and now he has 47 grabs. But now they have the superstar in the hands of the Bowers, because he gives like the Raider fans something to look forward to go on the Sundays as they watch the team turn the ball over like it's crazy. It's getting like all for many. But also we got another winner, the cornerback Nate Hobbs, because he has a very impressive 4 tackle loss earlier in the game that preserved the Raiders' lead to 3-0. So Hobson went to center the Rams later in the third quarter and returned to the ball 35 yards as Las Vegas was trying to claw with us back into this game. But also the play, the field goal by kicker Daniel Carson, which is also another winner, put the score 20-12 with nearly an entire quarter to play. So speaking about for like Daniel Carson, yep, Daniel Carson, because it seems that the game between Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams, it became so much a festival of pure field goals. And for the touchdowns, it became 2 by Kerry Williams, the running back, 1 for the defense named Curl. But it's another different story. Another different story. Hey, we got to the comments right now. So we got Mr. Francis. How's it going, Rafucho? Salute to you. Also, we got Afakasi Raider, my brother down under. Yep. But also, we got like Daniel Carson, which is they probably could won like a really boring game. Just like, not that very interesting. But as Carson, the game like at all the points that we would need that lost and turned the ball over. Instead, they just lost a really boring game. And the plenty of frustration was added to the midst of the Raider fans, which is completely like getting out of control. And Carson, once again, he hit all the field of 5 goal tries, and once again, he proves one of the best NFL best kickers. And yes, I'm not gonna lie for this, but also we got another winner coming through, which is Alexander Madison. The only point that the running back doesn't have a great job. Even we have the worst running back room. Even we got Samir White, Dylan Love, Alexander Madison proved them wrong. But he just went to the wrong game in the early downs, and the running back Alexander Madison, he just responded with a solid performance. He just finished by 92 rushing yards and 22 carries, including some tough carries. Yep, some carries. But I'm telling you, 2 defenders. And he had 3 catches for 31 yards. And that's one of the exactly reason that Alexander Madison should be the running back number 1 and not Samir White. Because I know that I was wrong about Dylan Love. Because Dylan Love and Samir White doesn't have enough proof, doesn't have power, doesn't enough, well, the vision that it got as a running back. Because Afakasi got right. Afakasi Ryder got it right. The running back room for the Raiders, it got much worse since the millennium. And yes, it is right. It is fucking right. But also we got the losers on there, the losers in the building, which is not only we can talk about like but we can trash talk about like the losers. Gardner Minshew, as known as the Booger Man, and of course the fake Uncle Rico or something like that, because he went from Uncle Rico to the Booger Man. Because you know why about for this quarterback Gardner Minshew? I mean, this game has started falling apart for the Raiders as soon as it started hanging around against the Rams defense. I mean, that's really insane, but also that's kind of foul. Yep, that's kind of foul. Because you know what? He fumbled when the Raiders got the ball with his back with the first interception. And then the Rams returned for the touchdown with a 14-3 lead. He took a break for the turn, like the ball over until the third quarter, and he threw behind the wide receiver, TJ Turner. And Purley can run with easy down, but he had to pass being a target. Yep, that's even worse than that. Even worse than that. But the Rams intercept the ball and eventually score another touchdown because that was 2 touchdowns by the Rams. One of them is the defense, which is named Curb, and two of them are Bakari Williams, the running back. But last interception was on the Raiders' latest desperation to have the ball at the 11-yard line down 2015 without the clock and no times remaining. I mean, after which you suffered like the injury report of Eden O'Connor, they look very serious. So right now, the only hope is Gardner Minshew, Carter Bradley, and of course, a new addition, which is Desmond Ritter for the Arizona Cardinals, the backup. I mean, we're definitely cooked. We definitely cooked. And this seems to be a pair for like a bad news, unless the veteran makes like a dramatic turn around the season, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. And speaking of offer, like Eden O'Connor, just getting back at the starting job last week. I mean, the thumb is reportedly broken, which is completely like broken his thumb. I mean, what the fuck is he doing? I mean, he had to watch all of this terrible performance, like it all around loose in the day for the second way was saying the caller. And we're getting another losing. Another losing incoming. The pick sits Jack Jones. Not only he ended up costing the Raiders because he had played poor coverage, had a level tackle attempt for the Raiders that had pulled it off for the one score for the Rams after they play. He missed a field goal, kept it like the score entered at 2012. I mean, he looks very, very bad because it's not secret that cornerbacks don't love tackling. But Jones seems like he's allergic to contact. I mean, it seems that Garcia is very shaping up. He may lose to the playing time for the younger prospect as quarterback Decamia Richardson, who has some snaps on the game. Yep. We added to. Also, a salute to Raider Twan, the king of the brown crackers. So salute to you, Raider Twan, the Chaplain of the NWA. Yep. Nation with attitude. Yeah, because the NWA, which means nation with attitude. So don't get confused. Don't get confused at all. but I'm gonna speak very straight about for like Tom Telesco. It seems that the first 3 draft picks, quality starters, which is very great. And he didn't have the audacity to draft a quarterback, which in the first round, they just picked like a lot of great quarterbacks. Because if you remember, Jaden Daniels is headed to the Washington. Then J.J. McCarthy to the Minnesota Vikings. Drake May to the New England Patriots. But it seems that I know the first 12 picks are actually quality starters, like Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers Johnson, and DJ Glaze. But the situation with the quarterback, it's kind of like awful. Very awful. Because he didn't have like a ton of options with the quarterback and limited free agent options. Not to mention the lack of quality quarterbacks when the roster when Telesco arrived. But it seems that they have a lot of problem for that. A lot of problem. But having Minshew and Connor Las Vegas are the only 2 signing callers. There's been a lot of malpractice. And the results are very questionable, downright terrible. Terrible. Terrible at all. And only Tom Telesco, it became the loser. Another loser incoming. Antonio Pierce. I mean, Antonio Pierce is just like a series of headache. Because he just watched the team commit 10 penalties and turn the ball over 4 fucking times. And now he's on like a minus 13 turnover, which is the worst in NFL. It ties to the franchise record for ineptitude. But he still had a chance to win? I don't think so. Because he should have been going for the 4th goal after Glaze false start rather than kicking a field goal. Even though the real time it would have like the barely solid decision as the team needed for the touchdown regardless. Because when I was doing the play-by-play in Spanish between Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams, I almost there. This close that Brock Bowers getting like in the right thing with a touchdown. But it seems that the whole plan is going to be another disappoint. A festival of field goals by Daniel Carson, but isn't not working at all. Not working at all. regardless of the matter try to do it or not. But it's getting worse. It's getting worse than that. But we cannot let ourselves beating of each other. No, beating of each other. Salute to you, Fuentes. Once again, salute to you, Fuentes. Also, salute to Brenda. Salute to you, Brenda. But also, we'll just see you like at a live on Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. But it seems like a great recipe for a disaster. Bad recipe for disaster. And it means like we can never have nice things. I mean, after the whole situation of the quarterback, the wide receivers, the running back, I mean, the defense is still getting a lot, but it still got its flaws. But it seems that between for the quarterback situation, it seems that nothing is new. Nothing is improved. They got the still old roots. And of course, they just got Tom Brady on there. Yep. They got Tom Brady up there as a minority owner. But it seems that we can handle up at the situation. And during for that time, it seems that they could have put an order on this one. They could have put a lot of order in that. But yes. Also, after we just finished about like the winners and the losers between for the game between Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams. So let's check them out for another topic coming through. What went wrong between Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams? So I'm gonna tell for this one. It seems that nothing is new, nothing is improved. They got the same old problems, whether it comes to like the defense, the offense, and the awful play calling of Luke Getsy. Because I really understand why I didn't choose a Luke Getsy, which he smells like rotten eggs. I mean, his play calling is very conservative. And of course, his play calling, it reminds me like of a video game, which just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But we're not like the only one who keep losing at all. But it's not that we're being like the only team to lose to everything. There isn't like another chance about that. Another chance. There's no backup plan. There is no plan at all. But it seems that we can never trust the process. We can never trust the process as shouldn't have to go for it. And yes, we shouldn't have to go for it. Never. Never at all. Never at all. But we're plenty very terrible at what's happening between the Las Vegas Raiders with the Los Angeles Rams. Let me tell you for this one. Because at the first quarter, which is Holiday definitely right, along with the defense, Matt Crosby was there, Jackson Powers Johnson was there. But after the penalties, after the whole disaster of the third and fourth quarter, it just went to a great recipe for disaster. And it doesn't seem like everything good at all. Whether to say, we'll continue to take L's, we will continue to not have anything nice. That is true, friends, that is true. But I guarantee that some of the fans, they just want to tank for a quarterback or wide receiver or running back. I mean, when Antonio Pierce say, we're not tanking, we're not going to lose another game. So that just reminds something about that. Because if you remember, Dan Campbell with the Detroit Lions, because some linebackers as a coaching, it's not that very easy. Because some of those former players that work as a coach in the NFL, they doesn't have the same luck. Doesn't have the same luck. Because if you remember, the last season of Dan Campbell, it became a Super Bowl contender. But in the first season that Dan Campbell became a coach as a former linebacker, they have only 3 wins and 13 losses and 1 tie. But it seems that for the next season, it became a Super Bowl caliber. And look what Dan Campbell has done for it. Look, has been done for it, and his leadership take up for like another level. So it seems that the leadership of Antonio Pierce, it seems that is only rah, smoking cigar, driving Impala, but it doesn't like very fit it at all. It takes a lot of time to get involved as a head coach. I know that Antonio Pierce can smoke cigars, yell a lot of Raiders, driving Impala, and he thinks like the man of the people. But he needs to understand about head coaching for a team that you grew up. For a team that you grew up, that you watch as a little kid, you had to understand. You had to take advice from Dan Campbell for the Detroit Lions. You had to take advice for former linebackers who have become a great success for head coaching. And now we had Tom Brady as a minority owner. So who knows that Tom Brady could handle it about the situation about all those rumors of Bill Belichick. I mean, that should really happen. That should really happen at all. But it seems that all for that little shave off from Antonio Pierce, it seems that down to the toilet. Just like I forgot to say. Put in the bathroom. But you know what? That's the same point of we can never had something very good. I mean, we're almost there at the fourth place, which is definitely worst. Definitely worst. Definitely worse than that. But there's like a rumor, but I'm not kidding about that, folks. Because after we just signed Desmond Ritter, and after the all injured report of Aiden O'Connor, so this is basically like a rumor, but it's not very official. It's just like a rumor, but it's not about breaking news. Not about breaking news. Because I know exactly what it comes to. Because Tom Telesco does just think Minshew for like 2 year, 25 million deal. Because it goes without saying that the Flaming Raiders should be looked at wrong. And check this out. Tom Telesco wants to try to trade Gardner Minshew with his terrible contract. Tom Telesco, after solving the performance of Gardner Minshew, he was specifically talking for like for hours and everything. So basically, he was talking with Mark Davis, and they say, Mark Davis, I have a problem because how in the hell did I just gotta figure it out with Gardner Minshew? So basically, Tom Telesco wants to trade Gardner Minshew with this terrible contract. So he just made like a trade proposal that probably could send Gardner Minshew, I don't know, to send him out with the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Miami Dolphins. Because the Miami Dolphins, they just need a quarterback addition that's to say this week. Because remember about Tua Tagovailoa, he just came back for the concussion. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some insurance just in case that Tua gets hurt again. Because Minshew is a good backup over his career. Although this talk has no doubt would have taken like a hit after getting benched at the week number 5, then it was like a dreadful performance. So, in my point is, if Tom Telesco wants to get rid of the terrible contract of Gardner Minshew and he wants to put on trade, that will be insane. That will be insane. Because if you remember, Jacksonville Jaguars, they got Trevor Lawrence, what do you mean to say? But also they just got, well, Tua Tagovailoa for the Miami Dolphins. But there's still like a possibility here because the contract of Gardner Minshew is not that very great. At least Minshew is signed for another season so he can offer insurance for the Dolphins during for the next season. But it won't be like a very costing much enough. But also, it cannot to bring in as a late day trade pick should be very enough because they're short-handed at the quarterback. Now that Connor will be like out for a month or more. So the Tom Telesco decision to get away from Gardner Minshew is not going to help to tank him. No. But it does give the opportunity to improve the chances to get a top quarterback. It will give like at least something to show as being like a huge mistake of signing. So everybody thought that Gardner Minshew is the problem. Yes, it is. Because look at his terrible contract. I mean, he just signed up for a 2-year with 20 million signed. Prove me wrong about that. Even the fans that just want Minshew Mania. But at the end of the day, I will say this. Minshew Mania, it became Mierda Shoe. Mierda Shoe. It became like the new nickname of Gardner Minshew because he went from Uncle Rico to the Booger Man to Mierda Shoe. Doesn't make any relating sense. But if Tom Telesco wants to get rid of Gardner Minshew's awful contract, like I said it before, I mean, there's plenty of options for the quarterback. Plenty of options to quarterback, but it seems that if they want to get rid of Gardner Minshew, I mean, go for it. Go for it. Because we're getting short-handed. And right now, it seems that we're getting like the only hope for Carter Bradley or Desmond Ridder for a backup for the Arizona Cardinals and Atlanta Falcons. It seems that at this point, we have no hope. No freaking hope for the quarterback situation. It just gets like very worse than it all. Really worse than it all. So, what just get wrong about this? What just get wrong? And could be a matchup like this one, but during for the defense, I mean, it was just like a blasting. But it doesn't work it at all with all these mistakes, all these flaws, because Max Crosby is still the GOAT. But anyways, he can really help. He can really help because he can never handle this alone. Never. But it seems that we always wanted to like get involved with all these stupid trades that are coming on. But the defense is keeping like very struggling, and I love that. But it appears to like that the defense doesn't like work at all. Doesn't. It doesn't have like the flaws. Well, still had the flaws, but it seems that it doesn't appear to get onto the play game. It just seems like no, it's not gonna happen at all. Not gonna happen. But you know what? It's just like a recipe for disaster. But it's kind of like a variation, but it's yeah. So there you go. So after that, I was talking about from like what went wrong between for Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams, and of course a little bit of what could it be like if Tom Telesco could trade Gardner Minshew for Tua. Maybe I could have proved it wrong, but if Tom Telesco had the guts enough to see what happens to that terrible contract of Gardner Minshew, that would be like very brilliant. Because if Tom Telesco would have the enough guts to say, I'm not gonna sign Gardner Minshew, forget about it. He would instead to sign the quarterback that actually fits very good for the team. Actually fits good for the team, right? It seems that doesn't work at all. So before wrapping it all, because I know that I had 30 minutes of speaking about for like the Raiders. So there was like a big surprise coming up there tonight at 11 p.m. that all the guys getting ready for this. Because you know what? I'm going to show you up. So tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna promote the special episode for the guys of the Black Team broadcast. 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time. A special Tuesday tailgate night show, Straight Outta Nation, with a special guest, Black Team broadcast. It's gonna be on my channel, including Twitter and Instagram. So hope you guys see you there at 11 p.m. But also, between for the schedule, I have another coming up there. Tomorrow, I'm gonna preview. Check this out. The UFC 308 between Max Holloway versus Ila Tupuria and the Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory. Nick Nemeth versus I Believe in Joe Hendrick for the championship. Because one of my brothers, my co-host, Science Senate, will be back with the Combat Club episode number 24, a preview between UFC and the Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory. And for the Sunday, we had Straight Outta Nation, the Spanish play-by-play. As always, Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs. And before the play-by-play of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, I'm going to leave like a preview between Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs probably this week, because after the whole week I've been seeing football. And after that, I just admit that Devontae Adams is still Devontae Adams. I mean, if he wants to trade, that you can welcome. But after the disaster performance of New York Jets versus Pittsburgh Steelers, now we just figured it out, the true colors of Devontae Adams. Now probably he should show off the true colors of everything of Devontae Adams. It just went down to the toilet. So if you want to trade, go ahead. Go ahead to the New York Jets and you can still suck. You can still suck it at all. Hey, how's it going, Raiders down yonder? Salute to you. Pedro, salute to you. Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you that, Mr. Pedro, I know that you became like a great person to me, but also I figured it out that you might be like the first time to join me on my podcast, but I tried to figure it out about like this week, if you know anything, but I'll let you know about for this week before the game between Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs. Yep. And last but not least, well, if you're a fan of the Fantasy Football League, I mean, shout out to the Go 209, Raiders AQ, Mr. Fitz. Also, there's Jesse Rockman, Jesse Raider. Well, I had to figure it out about like the Fantasy Football League, because after all these years of losing and disappointment, right now I get for the right corner. Yeah, I got for the right corner because I got 5 wins and only 2 losses. And the only point is to say, who drafted to the first place Lamar Jackson? It was like, that was me. But it wasn't that easy at all. It wasn't that easy at all, because it seems that putting Lamar Jackson on a fantasy football league, it gets a lot of caliber, and of course, putting some wide receivers from another teams, it became something spectacular. Because I just put like Alexander Madison, great choice. Also, David Montgomery for the Detroit Lions, or Donnell Mooney for the Atlanta Falcons. Also, there's Wan'Dale Robinson, because when I was watching the NFL draft just like 2 years ago, and some of the fans, they just throw the chair. I'm not gonna tell the name, but some of those fans, they just threw a chair to say, "Are you fucking kidding me?" They just took Wan'Dale Robinson, another Kentucky wide receiver. But yes, but it seems that Wan'Dale Robinson, it keeps me like very updated for the fantasy football league, including AJ Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it doesn't cost it at all, because it keeps like very important to say What players should I trade? What players should I claim? I mean, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. So there you go. There you go. So shout out to the Go 209. I mean, he was doing very amazing to brought a lot of comedy, a lot of great takes for the Raiders. So probably, yeah, I'm not gonna call him out, but I gotta be honest. The Go 209 is the fucking goat. I mean, he's the amazing person with great content. So you gotta check him out on ads, Instagram, and of course on YouTube, along with Raiders AQ, which are probably is gonna be like tonight of 11 p.m. and the parts of We Raider along with Baker Raider Dad and Kukui online. Yep. So that'll be it. That'll be it. But I'm gonna tell because well, I know that I have the last things about it because I'm not getting really short right now, but I understand that Las Vegas Raiders and New York Giants fans they have something in common. We suck at quarterback. Another Las Vegas Raiders, we got Gardner Minshew, which is completely basura, including Hayden O'Connor. And New York Giants, they got Daniel Jones, which he can never throw it at all. I mean, it's completely basura. And Las Vegas Raiders, they got the worst coach, which is Antonio Pierce. And New York Giants also they got the worst coach, Brian DeBall. Yep. Brian DeBall. It seems that we can all agree. I mean, Las Vegas Raiders and New York Giants got something very in common. We suck our team, we suck our quarterback, we suck our coach. I mean, there's no hope in that. And I can guarantee because if they want to be debatable about like the situation of the quarterback Daniel Jones and Gardner Minshew, I mean, go ahead now. Go ahead now. But yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to tell it I was trying to put it there at 9:30 a.m. But I know there are some things that are coming up there and I know that I was like not that very tired because I have to put all my energy right now, but it seems that if I put enough energy to keep continuing my day-to-day routine, I mean, that should not be easy at all because it takes like very time to recalibrate the energy, take time to get sleep, take time to get well a lot of exercise, everything, everything. But as a rookie fan, I really understood about like the good and the bad things about the organization, and it seems that it's not that very easy. I know that I've been a Raider fan since 21, 22, but there's still got a lot of road to do. And I literally understand about like the history of the organization. I remember like watching all these old games for the Raiders, like the classical ones, and I've been seeing like the legacy of Jim Otto, John Maiden, also Al Davis, also the 80s. They got Spit Kills, the 90s, the also 2000 Glory, along with Charles Woodson, Sebastian Janikowski. Yeah, Janikowski. That I just wanted to repeat that name. And also they just got like one of the greatest defense, and they just got almost there to win the glory of the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in 2003. Yeah, that was really insane. But at the same time, we're just like human beings, and I'm very proud to be get fit in at the Raider Nation. I know there are some friends that just love me, some friends that just hate me to choose that team, which is the Raiders. I mean, that's okay. That's okay for me. That's okay because I know the Raider Nation is just like my family. It all sticks together with a lot of respect, hustle, love, and of course, mentality, leadership, and discipline. And let's not forget that, well, even I just made a lot of mistakes. I mean, I'm very proud to engage a community with all these Raider fans, with all these Raider content creators coming up there, because I understand. I understand at that point. Because if we need a show just like this one, Straight Outta Nation, to get involved with the community, to get involved with all his fans, with the bold takes and everything. Because I had the opportunity to interview with the Go 209, Murph Raiders Radio, Raider Band, I forgot the Raider, also there's Raider Joe. Also, there's still coming up there, and I just wanted to collaborate with some of the coolest, greatest content creators, not only for the Raiders, but also for the college football, NFL, something like that. But my point is my responsibility to take over the community with bold takes, great communication, and of course, to engage to those persons, to engage in an audience who doesn't speak like the same language that I do, because I have a language barrier. And it really fits me up. It really fits me up. But yes, it doesn't like getting ready enough. I see you right there, Just Nico. I see you right there, Just Nico. So, and bad news for the Jaden Daniels. So, yeah. Salute to you, Nico. Salute to you. But it's also like at this point, I mean, there's nothing can stop. There's nothing can stop everything. Nothing can stop. And I just realized that even though that it's through all the thin skin, because I had to prove myself as a tough person. I had to prove like the toughness as a special risk, as a special test to get involved day by day. Because I always struggling a lot. I always keep like put 100 on it. And I just wanted to tell myself, you got this, Rafa. You got the right people. You got the right subscribers. So let it just happen. It just take a lot of time to get involved with this. So you have your own niche. Don't take it away. Just do it. Just do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been enough for the Straight Outta Nation. So thank you very much for having us. So this Wake Up edition between the review Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Rams. Also, we got winners and losers. A little bit of opinion about Tom Telesco, about like his potential draft, his potential trade to Gardner Minshew to Miami Dolphins. So that could be happening at all. That could be happening. And of course, a little bit of opinion about my closing statements and everything. So thank you very much for joining us at the Straight Outta Nation. And remember, tonight at 11 p.m., I'll see you there with a Tuesday tailgate night edition with the homeboys, with the boys of Black Team Broadcast. And I will see you there tomorrow at the Combat Club. If you love the wrestling, the mixed martial arts, the boxing, I will see you there tomorrow at 10:15 p.m. We're talking about like the Bound of Glory of Wrestling and the UFC 308, which is going to be like absolutely a great banger. Yep, a great banger. So anyways, thank you very much. Join us for another adventure tonight at 11 p.m. along with the Black Team Broadcast with Straight Outta Nation. So we'll tell about this. Don't forget to subscribe to Capitán Rafucho on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, TikTok. I'm everywhere. So there's my link right here, Capitán Rafucho on X. And I will see you there later tonight with another episode of Straight Outta Nation. This is like a 100% Raiders Attitude podcast. No Chiefs, no Broncos, no Chargers. Fuck the Chiefs. Raider Nation for life, motherfuckers. So there you go. And we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen.